everyone, and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. I've got an art subscription box to show you today. It's called Sketch and Story and it's curated by London-based art enthusiast Natalie Tan. As a hoarder of art supplies and knowing how much variety there is out there, Natalie decided to create a box that centres around unique watercolour paints you can't usually find anywhere else, ones that are often made in small batches and are much more pigmented than regular paints due to the fact they're hand mulled instead of mass produced. This precise specification of Natalie's sets this box apart from other art subscriptions on the market. In fact, it's only available bi-monthly, which I had to check and means once every 2 months, not twice a month. And there are limited slots available. There isn't a big contract with brands and endless boxes for as many subscribers as possible. It really is quite specialised and almost bespoke to Natalie's particular concept. It's also the first of its kind in the UK, so it really is quite special. I'll talk more about how you can register your interest and get a place on the waitlist later in the video. Okay, let's get the box open. It comes in a really sweet little floral packaging and it also fits through your letterbox, which is handy. Now this one I believe is from January and May's subscription slots have already sold out, so the next box you'll be able to sign up for will be in July. When you open it up, the first thing you see is this gorgeous tissue paper, little sticker, and then you've got your menu card, and this gives you more information about the products in the box, the featured artists, some sort of art prompt or challenge for you to have a go at with your new supplies, things like that. So I'm going to really quickly whip this away and have a look, first of all, who the featured artists are for the box. So as you can see, this one has a wintry theme. Let me make sure you're in shot. So we've got the paint maker, who is Katie of KW Arts, and she's a paint maker and artist from Cambridgeshire. It says that she works with natural minerals, chameleon pearl pigments, and even gemstones in her paints. This box also contains a piece of artwork, and this edition's featured artist is Bincy Matthews, an engineer by profession who's currently based in Dubai. The challenge for this box is to create a snowy scene, and then you can tag at Sketch and Story UK when you post it online so that they can find them. Right, let's have a look at the goodies then, now that I've built a bit of intrigue. So let's have a look, let's open this up. So the first thing that I want to have a look at is, of course, the beautiful paints in this organza bag here. So it says on the card that these are artisan watercolours and they're ideal for snowscapes. We've got cobalt turquoise for the rolling fields and dusty rose for the sun hitting snow in the distance. So we've got the pans here. I'm going to move everything out of the way, open these up and give them a go first. So let's just slip them out of their little paper cases, and then they're wrapped in really nice green foil. It's almost like a Quality Street or a little chocolate that you get at Christmas, but don't eat these. Oh, so here we go. This is the pan. You can see this is the cobalt turquoise. It's labelled on the side, and I'll just bring it up in a second to camera so that you can see. Just open the foil. There we go. This one is the ultramarine pink rose. So let me bring these up, put them on their side and focus you in. So there we go, ultramarine pink rose and cobalt turquoise. And this is what they look like. They're really full as well. You can see that they have this sort of convex shape. Yeah, convex shape. So they're full over the pan size. And they look really, really bright and pigmented. But the true test is going to be when we actually try them out. So let's do that. I've got a piece of mixed media card here, ideal for watercolours and things like that. Let me zoom you in a little. There we go. So we've got our little pans of paint. Let's get some water on them to activate. So I've got my water and brushes here. Let's get a small brush. I'm just going to dot some water on them first of all to get them going a little bit. They do look quite dry, so we'll give them a bit more water than usual. A lot of times you get these artisan paints that people make, and because they're all completely different, the mixture and the makeup is all different, you know, every single person you buy from. So some of them will look more dry like this, some of them will be really wet and almost like syrupy looking. So really it just depends what, you know, what they've used in their makeup, the top secret ingredients. So now that we've got a bit of water on here, let's just mix it a little on the brush. Spread it across the pan. There we go. So let's see how this looks. Oh, beautiful. So that is just super opaque is the first thing that I've noticed. I mean, obviously with watercolours, the more water you add, the more transparent it gets. But usually with watercolours, this kind of opacity is really difficult to achieve because they are such a translucent medium. Yeah, I'm really, really impressed by translucency. Just going to add some water. Sorry, not the translucency, the opacity. I always get those mixed up. Yeah, so I'm just going to add some water just to move it around a little bit. Yeah, really, really nice and very, very bright as well. I love this blue. It's gorgeous. Perfect for a wintry scene. Okay, so let's try the ultramarine pink rose. To make sure I haven't got too much water on my brush. And let's just pick up some of that lovely colour. There we go, just give it a nice little mix, get it to that consistency. Okay, so this one automatically feels a lot more transparent than the cobalt turquoise. I don't know whether it's just the natural makeup of this particular colour. Let's get a bit more water, or what, but it's definitely not as sort of thick and opaque as the previous colour. So it does have that little bit of translucency to it, which is more in line with what I'd expect from a watercolour, to be honest. Let's just put a bit more down. But you know, the colour's beautiful. It's laid down really, really nicely. And it really complements the blue as well. So yeah, really like that. I like the two colours together. I wonder what would happen if we do a bit of a wet wash first. I think they call it wet on wet. Get my bigger brush. Let's just wet this whole area. I am a very much a novice with watercolours, put it that way. So I don't really know what I'm doing, but I like to have a go and mess about with things. So this is obviously more of a wash type of situation where you just want to have a light tinge of colour, bit of a tint on the background, and then build up the colour. I think that's what you do with watercolours. You start light and you build up. Let's grab a little bit of this and put it on the wet and see what happens. So I can just feel on the brush, it's very difficult to describe in words, but I can feel on the brush that this feels much more of a thicker paint. And you can just see straight away that the pigment is a million times stronger in this one. So yeah, there we go. That's both of the colours put together. I wonder how nicely that they would blend. Let's grab a little bit more of this pink rose. So this really is a very light pink, and it's probably perfect for getting those highlights on snow. So, you know, really these two colours together are quite a good match, really. I'm just going to try and, with a bit of water, just blend them in. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers could have reviewed these paints a little bit better than me, seeing as I'm not a watercolour aficionado or anything, but yeah, so it looks nice to me anyway. It seems as though they can blend nicely, and yeah, the paints feel lovely. So there we go. That's the artisan paints for you. Let's move those to one side and see what else we've got in the box. So we've also got, just open it all up, we've also got some brush markers by Shinhan, I believe it's called, and these are made in Korea. They come in more than 200 colours in total, so that's quite, you know, quite a good palette of colours, isn't it? The ones we have here are pastel pink and salmon pink. Again, just bring them to the camera for you to see and hopefully focus in. There we go. RP17, YR25, very, very similar to the Copic marker system. Let's have a look. Let's get some more paper here and have a look. So we've got the salmon pink. On this end, we've got a chisel. So really strong, hard chisel nib on this end. Let's give it a go. Okay, so there's the salmon pink, more of a peach. And then on the other side, a beautiful brush nib. So again, very, very reminiscent of Copic markers. I don't know how they'll stand up in comparison. It should be something that I'll try later on sometime, but the brush feels really nice. It feels quite flexible, but not too flexible. Like the Winsor & Newton brush markers have a really, really flexible brush, and it just sort of goes here, there and everywhere, and it's very difficult to keep that control over it. This one's flexible, but it also has some rigidity to it as well, so perfect, I'd say. Let's have a look at this colour. What was it again? Pastel pink. So first of all, we've got the chisel, and this really is a very bright pink. It's a hot pink. And then here with the brush for you to do your thinner lines, your thicker areas. Yeah, again, beautiful colours chosen, all very very reminiscent of those snowy, wintry scenes when you have that bit of pink just reflecting off the top of the snow. And yeah, anyway, so that's the two markers. What else do we have? We have my favourite art supply, which is of course pencils. Now there are 3 of them here, and it looks as though they are watercolour pencils. Yes, they are the Gold Faber Aqua, made by Faber-Castell, and I've never tried these before, so I'm really excited to give them a road test. And I just love the colours. These are perfect for winter. So you've got a blue, it's very much a greeny blue though, and then a green, and then you've got the pink again. So blue and pink, beautiful wintry colours. Let's grab that bit of card again, mind you. It's kind of full. Let's see if I've got another one. I do. Here's another piece of mixed media card. So let's have a go with these. I'll get the green first of all. Now there's no names on these, but they do have numbers. So I'll get the green, pop a bit of that on the card. This is a beautiful emerald green. Let's just see what happens when we activate them with water. Then we've got the blue. And finally the pink. I just love those 3 colours together. It's a gorgeous palette. Right, let's give a go with the water. So let's start off with the green. Ooh, so they dissolve really, really well. It's kind of 100% dissolve in there. A lot of water-soluble coloured pencils, the watercolour pencils, you have to be careful of because they won't completely dissolve and you end up with scratchy sort of pencil marks that you can never completely get rid of with the water. But straight away you can see these ones pretty much turn into paint as soon as you add the water to them. And they're really subtle as well. I really like that. Very delicate colours. But yeah, the most important thing really about watercolour pencils for me, as well as obviously the content and the quality of the pigment, is how they dissolve, and these dissolve 100%. So perfect. Top marks from me with these pencils. Really excited actually to try more of the range. I'll have to get a tin of them and see what they're like. But yeah, beautiful colours. Next up, what do we have? Oh, we have our art print from Bincy Matthews. Let's have a good look at this then. So this is so simple really, yet the cold sort of barren beauty of winter really comes through, I think, just with the simple silhouette of the bare branches and the wash of colour in the background contrasting the winter sun and the crisp snow. And you can see how that is reflected on the branches as well. It's beautiful. That is going to go up on my wall for sure. It's a little frameable piece, isn't it? That gorgeous print, printed on thick card. And yeah, I really like that style. I'm definitely going to be looking into more of Bincy's work. It's, as I say, very simple but really effective, and you can almost shiver, you can almost feel, you know, that you're out there in that snowy scene. So yeah, love that. Let's see, so what do we have here? This is a cute little envelope which you can use to house a tiny sketch, a handwritten message, an artist trading card, whatever you like. It's just really cute, and it has a llama on it, so I automatically love it. But yeah, put whatever you want in there. That's just an extra little gift that comes with the box. And finally, there's a small wrapped chocolate, which is always appreciated, and that makes up our box. So the formula for each box is around 2 half pans of artisan watercolours, 3 to 5 different art supplies, so they could be pencils, they could be markers, anything really, and then of course your little gift, which could be washi tape, it could be a sample of, you know, something, I don't know, but it's always just something a little bit extra. And then you've got your art print, and of course your chocolate and your menu card. So that is what you would get in a typical Sketch and Story box. Okay, so if you want to get more info on Sketch and Story, the best thing to do would be to take a look at the website, which I've linked below, and then sign up to the mailing list where you'll be notified when subscriptions open. If you want to jump right in and join the wait list for the next box, just contact Natalie. Again, the details will be in the description of this video and she can add you. Now, I've got a little giveaway for you. If you would like to try and win a coveted Sketch and Story box, Natalie has made one available for me to give away. So all you need to do is sign up to that mailing list that I mentioned earlier, and that's it. No convoluted entry methods or conditions. Just pop yourself on the Sketch and Story mailing list within the next 2 weeks and you'll automatically be entered wherever you live in the world. I'll announce the winner on my social media channels in a fortnight's time, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Good luck with the giveaway and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.